So guys, the chicken house, we're getting there. Put OSB on the floor and all the way around, covered it in lino. This is stapled on, but it's also sealed along the top with silicone. This is my door. I might have to I might have to put something so that slots in, but this has got another door as well, so it's not like Mr. Fox said I was going to get in there. But because of that, I can open and close that chicken door from the outside. And I started, well, I've put a shelf in for nesting boxes. I'm thinking of using buckets, you see. Well, I will use buckets. Although I'm going to get crap down there. Another thing, the perch. So I want some advice. I'm going to probably put a cap over that, but I want it so that I can get the bucket out so it's easy to clean. That's one thing. So if that's got a cap on that goes further, then that any crap that falls on there will be easy to clean off, in theory. Because I also have some more lino, so if I did that, I could put the lino on that as well for bird poop. One thing. But yeah, perch. I've used this. It's quite sturdy. I'm hoping it'll do the job. Any thoughts on that? Do you think chickens would be alright on that? I've been looking on the internet and see what other people have got perches on, but they've got 2x4s and such. I could do that. I will put a second perch. My son writing on the wall. I will put a second perch on here further forward so that they can get from the floor height to that height to the top height where they'll probably sleep above the nesting boxes, and that'll also help them get up into nesting boxes rather than jumping straight up there. That's the plan. The nesting boxes are quite high. I did that on purpose because I didn't want a small gap underneath where they'd be laying eggs. I could have probably gone a little bit lower, but that's how it is. That will actually hold my weight. So what I was thinking also is my water and feeding, or water. Who feeds inside the coop if you've got chickens? Do you put a feeder in the coop and outside? I'll obviously put water in here all the time. So I'm thinking of hanging my water under there so you don't get crapped on as much. Keeps it cleaner. But that's the chicken coop so far. I've got a second door here as well, look, obviously, which runs to this string. So, yeah. Oh, we need nice chickens and buckets and a feeder. But yeah, that's all. I'm just thinking about putting something sloping across that. But I need to be able to get the bucket out as well. I could possibly lower that a little bit if I needed to, but I don't want to, really. It's all framed up underneath, so it's solid, you know, because that's only 12mm OSB, rubbish, cheap stuff. And that's that chicken house. I'll show you a potato reveal. So, these windows, I'll have to do this as well. This is another little job. Doesn't shut properly. It's really horrible outside. There's another one up the other end, so what I'll do is take them off and I'll restore them. That's not a problem at all, and get them to fit properly again. I don't think they've seen paint for about, well, our house is 88-year-old, my house, so I don't know how old this shed is, but I'll restore them. There's two of them. Both have got one pane broken. It's just cracked, but I'm not going to worry about that. And then I've got this wire window, so hot summer nights I can leave the window open and the birds are still secure. So guys, I've got 3 buckets. These are 10 litre buckets of Victoria's. These were from Safe Seed, from my potatoes from last year. I've still got 3 buckets of the Southpaw mirrors on the Spudomatic. I'll show you some other bits of stuff what I haven't done. The reason I haven't done stuff is my back didn't get right again. But let's see what we've got here. So I haven't done much at all for the last week. But these were just some really small potatoes what I saved seed from, so I'm not expecting much really. Anything is a bonus. I will weigh them up all the same. I got more out than I put in there. Now I will say these buckets were at the front on the floor, not under watering system either. So I'm surprised I got any, because when I put that netting up I didn't really think about them because everything else was on watering system. So I didn't really do bad out of them, considering. But I think that's my lot. And that's from 3 buckets. Probably about £1. So guys, they're the potatoes I got. There's not particularly many. Put them in this bowl. Hope you can see the weight. I'll just tear that to 0 grams. We got 671 grams. Can I change it? 671 ounces. £1 15 ounce and a half. So yeah, that's that 3 buckets, but they were tiny potatoes, just extras, so I'm not going to complain at that. They'll all go on the Spudomatic weight. Got some more visitors on field behind us. Yes, hello. Don't know how many there is. A dozen or so. Nutter. Here's another thing from Spudomatic, Korean melon. That's not a bad one. There's a couple more on. These were planted really late, so, and I hold them back in rubbish soil, so they've done alright. We've also got some beans to come on the Spudomatic, and more cucumbers. I don't know if anything else will do much good. This fennel's doing alright. It'd be nice if, oh, that's a broccoli, look. But if that's all it's going to put out, then it might not be worth having. But saying that, the ones in the garden have done exactly the same. They've all got little small heads on like that. I will show you that. That's what this broccoli is doing. Exactly the same as that other one. So I don't think it's due to it being in a bucket on Spudomatic. It's not only that one. There were another one. I've got loads of whitefly though, and lots more beans to come. Lettuce in flower for seed. Still more carrots in there, a couple of leeks. I cut all my corn down and shredded it. That's mixed with grass clippings and topped off. Got to take them bean poles down and collect my beans. Oh, here's another broccoli that's doing the same. Just small little florets, not a proper head. So, like I say, I don't think that's because it's in a bucket. I think it is because it's something that happened with this year, you know, too hot or whatever. Still getting courgettes. We've actually had some sprouts, again full of whitefly, but I'll have to look at that for next year if I do sprouts again. It's the first time I've done them, so I were really early. But they're alright. There's a lot of mildew about now. And I should imagine these are all ready now for picking. In fact, I would say that's definitely ready for picking just due to the stems are all brown. So I might have to clear that out. because that's going to be onions next year. Onions and garlic. Just a quick look in here. I've got some stuff that I'm going to plant in there. I've got some spinach started. So, but I've still got a couple of cucumbers coming on that, and it's still giving for some reason. So I'll leave it at that. But I want to plant them out. But I've got to show you this now. This is that giant bell. That is massive. I mean, and it's put a lot of fruit on, you know. Quite a lot of fruit on. And we're really late with planting it. I've got a few more. That's another nice one. And that's a coal. And that's as big, you know what I mean? That's another. That's still growing. But not a coal. King of the North. And these at King of the North, we've been eating these. We've had 5 or 6 off these. And the ones outside as well, which are very small. But still they're ripened up. So yeah, 2 years of success with peppers, even though I did mess about with me feeding, or not feed when I should have. And that's my poop collection. Rabbit offerings. So give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Don't forget, it's nice to be nice.